Hi, I Chandrasekhar Tilak welcome you all in this episode of Market Market. I would like to discuss the changing contours of capital market as far as our country is concerned. Certainly our country in particular, but a global equity market or a global investment field in general. We have witnessed that the gold prices as far as our country is concerned are shooting up like anything. It is basically because the demand for gold has gone up suddenly. Probably many individuals, high net worth as well as the low net worth or a comparatively low net worth individuals are now imitating the policy which the central banks of various countries adopted a year back, that is in April 2020. Since the advent of corona in the month of Jan 2020, when the global lockdowns were in vogue, the central banks of the various countries started parking their funds in gold. And because of that, and because of this consistent and the bulk demand at a short span of a time, the gold prices went up like anything. And slowly subsequently during the year, when these lockdown restrictions were getting lifted, and some movement of goods and materials and some movement of main machinery and materials started moving, they started slowly withdrawing from the gold reserves and converting that gold investment into the real economic activity. Probably this kind of a pattern is getting followed. It is getting reflected in the wide and wild fluctuations as far as our indices are concerned. Whether it is BSE Sensex or NSE Nifty, we have seen of late that these indices are moving in various directions, not only on week basis, but even during the day itself. Take a classic example of a last trading day of April 2021. We have seen how the market moved. Even a day before that, that was the case. Probably not only at particular virtual time or a level of a Sensex or a Nifty, but even according to the time zones of the various countries, certain selling and buying pressures are taking place as far as our global markets are concerned. It is not only gold, but it is getting reflected even by way of other bullion and currency and commodity markets as well. It is no more dependent on a margin calls getting triggered on that particular day. Certainly, these factors are calling the shots even now, but their impact is getting restricted or limited, and probably that is a changing contour or a color as far as the investment field is concerned. One thing is very certain, that whether it is the local investor or a global investor, whether it is an institutional investor or an individual investor, now he is becoming choosy as far as the selection of scripts are concerned. We have witnessed that although the BSE Sensex or NSE Nifty is moving in various directions as far as this particular period is concerned, the trading volumes or the trading turnovers are day by day getting skewed in favor of very select few scripts as far as the market is concerned. But these scripts, fortunately, are coming from more than one particular sector. The people or the investors have become so choosy that on one hand, the FMCG sector is receiving a very good attraction. It is not only because the companies like Colgate are giving a good dividend. They have very recently announced rupees 20 per share as a dividend. If you have observed, consistently, Colgate has started and keeping its dividend rate at a higher level. Even the Hindustan Unilever in its recent annual results have proposed a dividend of rupees 17 per share. That clearly shows that various other FMCG companies like Dabur or Godrej or even for that matter Tata would be following this particular path. And when this particular news gets augmented or these forces or sentiments get augmented, when Tata Group company is taking over a complete control as far as the big basket is concerned. This is certainly the good moments as far as the FMCG and its infrastructure sector is concerned. But generally these FMCG goods are getting sold more from their franchise, not more from their franchises, but from various departmental stores kind of a scenario. But because of these local restrictions and time zone restrictions as far as the opening sectors of these particular markets are concerned, the share valuations as far as these demands like companies are concerned is getting down. Probably the owners of such company indulging more in a huge real estate property in their personal capacities, something is getting flagged. As Peter Lynch has said in his book, One Up on the Wall Street, and also in his book, Beating the Street, that if the houses and offices are getting painted too often, it's a time to realize that we need to reconsider. This is not a critique of any particular company. But when such real estate high level prices are getting discussed, probably is it affecting these kinds of the sectors? This is again a changing contour. And whenever we are trying to connect, or rather we are forced to connect, as far as the various sectoral factors are concerned, invariably I am reminded of that famous quote from from a movie where the Gregory Peck has said in A Mackinon's Gold that gold, oil and coal are not only the geographical neighbors, but they are the commercial neighbors as well. We have already discussed what gold is concerned. And most important factor as far as the rising oil prices are concerned, that is also having some sort of an impact. For many months together, during my training programs related to the investment or my training sessions for various management and postgraduate students, I am pointing out this particular factor. I am very happy that now it is getting factored as far as the prices of our share markets are concerned. I have been raising this particular point for weeks together, that as far as the global market and the global economies are concerned, the various institutes at a global level are redrawing the rates at which the GDP would grow for the various countries, and it is getting downgraded. It is basically because of two factors. One, the second or the third wave of corona, and then rising or loosening as far as the restrictions are concerned, and second, some sort of uncertainty as far as the oil prices are concerned. It is not that for the first time oil prices are at that particular level. 1972 was not different. 1979 was not different. 1992 or 1993 was not different. Even for that matter, early years of the 2000 or the 2010 decade were not different. Then what is differentiating 2020 or 2021 from these many years in the past is that the earlier instances, or in case of earlier instances, the global oil prices shoot up because the OPEC's decision. Even that particular factor continues as far as the 2020 scenario is concerned. But a striking difference between 2020 and earlier instances is the global prices in earlier instances used to be at a higher level because OPEC countries tries to withhold their oil production. But in those years and in those instances, the global superpowers of that particular time, whether it may be America or Russia, used to influence some members of the OPEC, and those particular countries should break out from that decision, and they used to enhance their oil production even much higher than their pre-OPEC decisions. Under such circumstances, a gap between demand and supply used to be very short as far as at least for a shorter duration. Under such circumstances, the oil prices, if not getting normalized, at least used to start coming down in a phased manner in a shorter span of time. What has differentiated 2020 from other instances or earlier instances is this, that at this particular point of time, the global factors are not in favor of this kind of the resolutions or the revolutions. What is important is that the American superpower or the Russian superpowers are not in that play, at least to that particular extent. And that's why the union by which these countries were able to reduce their production and keep the oil prices at a higher level was for a much longer duration. And price of the oil is certainly the factor which will be affecting the global production, whether it is a corona or no corona. And when the oil and corona join hands together, the scenario becomes dicey. And probably such levels of uncertainty are driving our markets more. The reasons and tribulations, or the trials and tribulations, reasons and reasoning may differ from time to time. But when it is emanating from multiple factors, facing such multiple factors where your own resources are at a depleted level is creating a havoc as far as the markets are concerned. Whether it is a commodity market or it's a currency market or whether it is an investment instrument, the same scenario is true. It is not a coincidence that even the mutual funds are now withdrawing or issuing the global indices level or NFOs for that. Probably they are trying to average out these kinds of variables. Is it a good sign or bad? Probably we will have to wait for some time to come to a conclusion. But one thing is very certain, that we can't ignore such factors. And that's why I said that as far as this topic or this episode of Market is concerned, I wanted to discuss the factors related to contours of our capital market. I hope This would have given you the sufficient indications as far as the composition and course as far as the global field or the local field of our investments are concerned. All the best. Thank you very much.